Hello team, this is Christoph with Kaiserworks presenting Bijou. We're looking here at our 5-foot versus 10-foot right-of-way planter, investigating the impact of what the larger planter does for our restaurant design. I'm going to start us off with some plan views. This is the building envelope proper. This dashed line here denotes the facade extension that is our covered patio. And this is a planter area. This is our our 6-foot wide sidewalk, which is noted clearly right here. And this is the 5-foot wide right-of-way planter. This is our curb, and this is Thomas Road asphalt located right here. Moving to this next slide here, we have a 10-foot wide planter, 6-foot wide sidewalk, 5'8" wide planter, and a 7'2" wide outdoor patio space. So if I just toggle back, we're talking about 11 foot 8 inches in this iteration with the 5-foot planter versus a 7'2" planter. This really does become relatively unusable. You can squeeze some furniture in there, but this really feels tight and more like a thoroughfare or walkway than it does a place to hang out and have breakfast. I'm going to show now some perspectival views. This is standing on Thomas looking north. We've tested this we're trying to use plants to our best advantage given the lack of depth that we have here. So we're using higher planting to create some visual separation between patrons sitting in the space and cars out on Thomas Road. This is now with the 10-foot planter. From this perspective, obviously, things are foreshortened. You don't see much of a difference here. This here is the 5-foot planter, so we have 5 feet of plants right here, 6-foot sidewalk, and then we're showing the larger 11-foot 8-inch deep patio area. We've loosely and sort of quickly furnished this with some furniture, but you can see here that you can in 11-foot 8 inches get some nice lounge seating with 4 top tables directly adjacent with enough space for a server to walk between those two. Moving to the next slide, when that becomes 7'2" it really diminishes what is usable or what is capable in that space here. And so these are when you have sitting areas where it's simply one patron deep, in other words, you don't have patrons across from patrons, it does tend to feel like you're sitting in a hallway, and it's a different dining experience. So this is a diminished, certainly a challenged outdoor patio space. This again, we're moving to our 5-foot right-of-way planter. This is the deeper 11-foot 8-inch deep patio space versus the larger 10-foot wide planter and that diminished patio space. So here I think this image may be the most telling. It really is compact, so much so, I mean, I think in this iteration we could turn these chairs around so the backs of the chairs are to the glass, but it really is a foreshortened experience. I don't know that I'd call that a patio. It feels more like a circulation space. So actually I have 2 more images. So this is the experience standing inside of that outdoor space. What we're not showing here, we would have vines coming across creating this green ceiling. This again is the 5-foot right-of-way planter with the deeper patio, 11'8" patio, and then here you see the foreshortened. So it is quite a reduction in that usable space, and that almost calls to question whether or not we would try to do this at all and just give it over to plants with a walkway to the front door. So we look